All right. Hey guys, AntVenom here, and today I am proudly introducing into the video TheBlueJerome, who is
Hello.
the animator on this project.
Hello, I'm Jerome. I'm from TheBlueJerome Animations, and I'm here with AntVenom.
Yeah, and this is the behind the scenes, I guess, for Starless Night. So we're going to be talking about a few, various things here or there. We're just going to be going back and forth. I'm mainly going to be talking about the map and things that we didn't do in Starless Night that were a part of the original plan. And Jerome's just going to be sort of talking about the animation side of things as we get to things. So
Exactly.
yeah. So anyways, I guess I'll start here by actually showing you guys that the map within Starless Night was created within Minecraft. So I got NoTux to do the map creation on this, and I mean, without his help, I don't think this video would have, let's just say, I don't think the map would have been as good as Jerome made it look in animation. Because Jerome, you did an amazing job with this map.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, it was really difficult because we have a lot of lighting in the city, like all the how are they called? Lanterns.
Yeah.
Lanterns?
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Let me fly
exactly.
over to those.
So I thought I will make a really good lighting for a really nice city. So yeah,
I actually
it was kind of easy because Notux already did a really great job on the building.
I do have a question for you, and this is one that I even don't know the answer to right now. How long did it take roughly to render each frame of the video on your computer setup?
It didn't really took a long time because
Really?
It was a night shot, so we didn't had much ambient light, so it was not much time.
But like rough estimate, are we talking like less than 5 minutes, or are we talking 30 minutes a frame?
It was
here?
like 2 up to 3 minutes.
Wow, only 3 minutes a frame. That's
Yeah.
actually really good
That's
for the
amazing,
lighting that you had.
because
Like,
it was the best lighting I ever made, in
I was
my
gonna
opinion.
say, do you have like a supercomputer or something? I don't.
Not really. It's not a special computer,
That's awesome.
and I don't have a render farm.
So yeah,
So-
I mean, obviously, if you guys haven't seen the video, what are you doing here in this video? This is the behind the scenes. You guys are getting spoiled here. So yeah. All right, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to talk about one portion of the map that went completely unused, and then Jerome's going to talk about how we did some things with the map where it was like the actual inside of like 2 of the buildings was a lot bigger on the inside than it was on the outside because of things. So
Yeah, because of camera angels and stuff.
Right. So a lot of the story actually changed a lot from its initial inception when this map was made up until when the video itself was like finalized. So the area that I'm flying in right now is where the initial beginning of the map was going to be. It's where our 2 main characters, they do actually live. It's just we didn't show it in the video. They're at their place of work. But this is where they're going to live, and basically our Zoro character was going to attack the city. A villager was going to come and alert us, and then we were going to ride back, and then the big, showdown with Zoro was going to happen. But as you can see, this area back here was never shown in the video at all because there's really no need for it. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be like a horse stable where they're going to I remember there's going to be a camera angle out here or something.
Yeah,
or
right.
out here where the
remember.
horses were just going to careen out of here, and the action was going to begin.
The bridge.
Yeah.
It was a really important scene, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The bridge thing, but we left it out. So because of the less of time we had for the story.
Yeah, there was a lot of instances during the video itself. Again, that beginning bit wasn't cut out because it was necessarily a bad portion of the story. It's that we couldn't fit it within the 4 minutes that we had for the video. I mean, the song was only, just over 3 minutes, and the video was over 4 minutes because we needed that bridge at the end. But, when I say bridge, I mean song bridge. This is a physical bridge that we're talking about here. Yeah, this area there was going to be a big chase between Zoro and Joe, I guess. We still don't have names for these people, but it's whatever.
Yeah, it was a really good idea with the chase, and I really tried to put that in the animation, but it just didn't work out.
Yeah, and I mean, ultimately, it wasn't that important. The message is going to be the same either way, that Zoro was going to get away. But there is going to be like a scene right here where from the miner, our guy, ooh, spoilers here, the guy from the miner and Through the Night is the same guy that was in this video, and he was going to have a flashback to where he had to make the jump here. It's just in the miner he was much younger, so there's that. But anyways, so this area doesn't really go off anywhere because Zoro was just going to get away. But I guess now what we can talk about then is how you change the size of some of these buildings on the inside. Because if we go to the blacksmith shop, which is this building right here, this is where the original blacksmith shop is. If we walk inside, it's much smaller on the inside than in the music video.
Bit. And a little bit more ugly, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, the inside of all of these buildings is pretty much just a bare bones thing. That's what I told No Tux to not worry about, was the inside of the buildings, because we had other plans. And it worked out really well, because when you just had light shining through the windows, what was on the outside wasn't really important, so it worked out.
Yeah, exactly. I just made my own scene, so in Cinema 4D, to have a larger space, and so I could move the camera in more ways. So I had a larger space for the angels and stuff.
Right, and like more space just for them to physically move around too. Like this is this is like a 7x7 room here. There's not exactly a lot of room.
Yeah, right. And it was also more important because so I had more possibilities to make the lighting, and so everything was looking good in lighting ways. Yeah,
I mean that room specifically was really spectacular lighting. But another place actually where we had to pull that move was in an area that's up over the mountain this way, which is the Big Baddies area, which is like a super massive castle here. Again, with me telling No Tux to not worry about, you know, no worries how they got into this area, considering there's just a giant mountain face with lava right here. No need to worry about that. The camera won't see that, which I don't think it ever did. Or if it did, it didn't matter enough. But yeah, I mean, this is the Big Baddies castle here, Mr. Zoro. I guess you could say it's called, for anyone who has ever played Ocarina of Time, this is Zoro's domain. But yeah, this was the castle was built in such a way where actually the fight scene could happen within this area, but Jerome and the style that he wanted to do and some of the basically the ending plot twist wasn't going to work in an area that was this small. So what actually happened is, I believe, Jerome, you built like a door. You replaced this area with a door, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So I made a door in front of the castle. Yeah. So nobody can see in the castle. So
basically, Jerome had actually built a bigger room. I feel so bad because it took him 3 hours to do it, but it was like it was a mostly just rectangular room. There wasn't too much going on, and in my mind, I'm like, this is going to be where the final fight scene happens. It needs to match the architecture of the outside. So I had No Tux build another room out for that, and I mean the guy's
and it was machine. Really good. It was amazing what he did.
Yeah, I mean,
if you compare it with my work.
Yeah, I mean, he built off of the room that you made. Proportionally, the room that you made and the room that No Tux made were the same size. Because he I literally just sent him the map that you made, and he just basically glorified everything that was in the room, so that you didn't have to change the animation, because you had actually already animated some of it at that point. The final fight scene within that room.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. It was also really a really interesting scene because in the where the part happened where he was starting running, Joy was starting running. I removed some parts of the castle because
really
I need some space for the camera.
Right, interesting.
Mm.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, so I think that's about everything that I wanted to talk about personally. Are there any challenges that occurred with the animation itself? Any new hurdles that you had to overcome, while animating this video versus other videos that you've done in the past? And is there anything, special that you learned from animating during this video?
It was much more work, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I also made some other works in the past, like Mind Song or Running Out of Time, if anyone is knowing this parody. And the challenging part was the fight scene I was working on when Zoro and Joy were fighting.
Yep.
And it was kind of difficult because it was lagging all the time, and yeah, it was
oh my god,
really challenging.
Yeah, it's also worth noting for this video that this whole video took, I think, 6 months?
Yeah,
from
6 months.
the beginning of production all the way until the end. So yeah, I mean, during the summer you were ripping right through it.
So I also had my education, and so I didn't work on it all the time.
Right, yeah,
So
I mean, stuff like
some
that's
breaks.
always number one. I always tell that to people who do work, and like over the long term, it's like you get your as long as your priorities are straight and you're not like draining other aspects of life, then that's totally fine. It's just when the summer hit, you were like, let's go.
Exactly.
You powered all the way through it.
Yeah, the summer started and I was just working on the project, so we get it done for September.
I took away your entire summer.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope that you enjoyed working on the project. I hope
Yeah,
that
of
I hope that I was good to work with. Anyways,
Of course.
I try
With
to
you.
be. And you were as well. Like, I mean, well, I always like the way that our projects go. And with any animator that I work with, but I mean, especially working with you, is like we always have just a finite group chat on Skype with where we talk about details and whatnot, because there's not many people who work on these projects. It was No Tux. Well, No Tux made the map. I'm basically just the creative director and the guy who funds the project. Pedro did the music, and you did the animation. That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anyone else involved with this project.
No,
So-
and it was fine because so many people in one group, I think that doesn't work really well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, is there anything else that you can think of that we might need to go over? I'm going to say up front, though, before we get into that the map won't be available for download necessarily, but there may be a project coming in the future with a big Minecraft server where we might implement this map. I'm saying might because I mean it. There are no set plans right now, but I'm going to, cross my fingers and hope that we get something cool done with this map. Both maps, because they're both brilliant maps, and they're well made in that the only things that are really incomplete are the inside of the buildings. But other than that, like, this map is not made as a set. I can go into the weirdest nooks and crannies, and it's all like completed map design. So, I'm hoping, again, cross my fingers, that we can do something really amazing with this. But yeah, is there anything else that you think that we need to cover in this behind the scenes?
I think not. I think it should be fine.
Yeah, no, I think that's it. If you guys are interested in checking out Jerome's channel, Jerome, where can they find you at on YouTube, Twitter, whatever you want to plug? Feel free.
Yeah, if you want, you can follow me on my YouTube channel, TheBlueJerome Animations, or you can follow me on Twitter, TheBlueJerome.
He's always around to discuss things. So if you guys have any additional questions, either for him or for me, feel free to tweet them either to me on Twitter at AntVenom or to TheBlueJerome. I'm going to have all of his stuff linked below so that you guys can check that out. So if you want to, follow him directly there, be sure to follow his channel as well, because, I mean, he's got all kinds of great animations on there, and I'm sure he's going to be doing some amazing stuff. And as well, at some point or another, I know we'll hopefully be working on another project. There is another song already in the works. Cross my fingers that it is as good as I hope. But it's a song, well, let's not get into details, but we may already not be working on something right now, but when Jerome is ready on his own time, hopefully, I think we have another project ready to go.
Yeah, I hope so.
So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the behind the scenes on this end. I know myself and Pedro will be doing another behind the scenes talking about the music production side of things, so that will be coming tomorrow if you guys are watching this video the day it came out on, well, I don't know which day it's going to be. I think this behind the scenes comes out on the 26th, so the one with Pedro will be on the 27th. So yeah, I think that about does it. There's not really too much else to say. So yeah, I hope you all have enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and his name is
TheBlueJerome.
Yeah, and we bid you all farewell, guys.
See you guys.
Thanks so much for watching.